progress in the project of the lost coins, and obviously give you a bit of history, where we're coming from, what has happened, how we got there, and where are we going to go. So today I'm going to start my conversation with you guys from some background conversation about the market and the crypto market in general. So there is a general terms in the market that the Bitcoin is moving up. So obviously Bitcoin as a king of the cryptocurrency, moving up in the long term and just taking all the altcoins with itself up. I have to tell you something really, that's my personal view, obviously. I think you have to believe in the crypto market to be here. If you really don't believe that the crypto is the future of the currency, of the banking, and future of the world, then probably you're in the wrong market. But if you really believe that crypto is going to be future, so you should also believe, based on the old data we have today, I'm not talking about the time, but sometime sooner or later, Bitcoin price is going to hit $1 million. And the crypto market cap is going to hit something over $100 trillion. Today, it's around 2. The maximum number we saw was when the Bitcoin hit the new all-time high, and we got close to something like $3 trillion. But still, there is a huge room to grow. So don't forget that the cryptocurrency market, it's only 10 years old, and compare it to any other market, which they have a history of 1,000 years in the humankind generation, or something like stock markets with more than 70, 80 years of history. So it's pretty new. It's a new technology, and it's going to be the future of the humankind in terms of using currency, and it's going to affect everywhere. This chart here, which I just have it for you in my presentation, it's just showing and comparing the cryptocurrency growth versus the internet growth, and you see how fast it is going up. So we are pretty much here in the level 7 to 8, and very soon we're going to see the 4 times, 6 times, 8 times more number of people as a wallet users, or the people engaged into the crypto. So we are thinking about the 1 billion people going into crypto. Right now, the estimate is around 100 million people around the globe are using it. But just assume this is getting 10 times bigger. Still, there is a lot of room to grow. And active wallets just in 1 year doubled up. So it means more people are coming. That's the whole point of saying that you have to have some belief in cryptocurrency to be in this market. And just assume today the Bitcoin price is around $50,000. If you really do believe in a few years' time, we're going to see $1 million for the Bitcoin, I don't know, $100,000 for Ethereum, and so many other coins and altcoins in this market are going to grow like that. So it's going to be ridiculous to think about today's price. So you are going to go and sell your car and sell your luxurious stuff and only invest on it. This is what so many people has done 5 years ago. Don't forget that this market is super volatile. The important things about it is to have the belief about the future of it. In short term, yes, it might go down, it might go up, but what's important is, in the long term, it is growing. Look at the Bitcoin as a biggest example. It's gone to 65, dropped down to 28. So it was 60% drop. So many people thought that would be the end of the crypto. Never happened. Again, in a few months, we saw the Bitcoin on 69. We saw it on 69. It hit 42. And here we go on 50. So if you think long term, you're going to realize everything in crypto market is on a huge sale today, and you can't really find any market, any investment place, even close to the percentage of the profit you can make in the cryptocurrency. So if you are a believer, you're in the right place. So stay with me to go more towards the lost coin and where we are going to go with it. Yes, we all know we had a good run, we had a very good start for the coin, but we are going to go to a very, very competitive market. So we need to work on the fundamental of our project. So recently, we spent a lot of time to update our website, which is going to come across soon. We are writing the new version of our white papers, more clear, more direct about where we're going to go, what's the goal, and what we want to achieve. We are updating our mission to ensure the wording is correct. What we want to hit is precise, and we are right on track. We are preparing the version 2 of our roadmap, considering the situation. It is much more advanced roadmap. It is much more detailed roadmap. And rather than being quarterly and generic, we go to more details, and we are going to give you the report on a monthly basis. So you are going to see exactly we're hitting every target when we're going forward. This is where we are so confident. Our teams are working day and night to ensure they're getting every part of these updates coming out soon. But the important thing is we do not sacrifice the quality for the time. We just want to do it right and just doing it once, because it doesn't make sense. We do something half decent or half right, we have to come back and fix it. People are not going to believe us. New investors are not going to invest. So we try to make them the best possible quality of the website, new white paper, new mission, and new roadmap. I just wanted to touch base again of who we are and what we are going to achieve and why we are here. What's Lost Coins going to do really deep down? I know so many of people invested in us, and I know so many of people still don't know what are we going to do. Yes, some people just imagine it's going to be about fun and about the education, about metaverse, about so many things, okay? But at the end of the day, the fundamental and core of this project is to solve a problem of the community. Never forget that. I'll just give you an example. There is something around 1,500 tokens with the name of different dogs which followed Elon Musk's dogs, and Shiba, Doge, Floki, and all of those things. Obviously, out of that 1,500, 1,400 of them are scams, which I don't want to talk about them. But even the ones which they're still working and they're out there is something really important about them. Really, what problem they're going to solve. When you are going to invest in something, you have to think about it. What this investment going to do? Yes, we are all in it for some money. We are going to do the investment for making some money. But you can invest on a drug. You can invest on any criminal activity and make more money. Why you don't do that? Because at the end of the day, we are human. We're decent people. We want to have a very, very good feeling about what we do. And if our investment not only bring us money, but also solve a social problem, which is a serious problem of today's society, that's where we're really getting a good feeling about it, because we see a good outcome. Where we are going to hit with the money, with the support of this token, is actually we are going to build up an educational platform to raise awareness against sexual abuse, against discrimination against the LGBTQs, against violence, and also against body shame. These are the four fundamental core of what we're doing. It doesn't mean we're only going to limit ourselves to these issues. Obviously, each one of those issues have so many sub-issues which we can address. But what the data show is every country, every region, we invested on education, reduce the crime rate, reduce those issue rates by 80%. Just imagine how safer your society going to be if the crime rate on that society going to reduce by 80%. How much more your family, your friends, your kids going to feel if they see that they're living in a society that the crime rate is low, there is no child abuse, no sexual abuses, less violences, and people don't have any problem with their body. They feel comfortable and they enjoying how they are. Even LGBTQ members are freely moving between anyone else like any other one without any shame. So these are the most critical part which we are going to address in lost coins. In our ecosystem, this is where we're going to build. We are going to build a better world for everyone to enjoy their day. But this doesn't mean that we are not going to make money. We are going to make money, but feel good about making that money. Let's move to the next, page of my presentation. This is a very typical view of how our ecosystem is going to work. I understand many of you are not really familiar with how the entire system of the lost coin is going to work. So I'm going to just go through it and describe to you how each part of these big ecosystem are working as a small component together to make the whole ecosystem grow. Unlike many other tokens, when our platforms are start up and running, we do not actually rely on buy and sell only. We have seen several different ways to fill up the liquidity pool to survive the bear market. You know, the biggest challenge for every new coins is not when the market is bullish. You could say that, we had a very great rally, but when the market coming down, smaller tokens disappear. How many coins and tokens and networks and blockchains come and gone, fade to oblivion, just because they didn't thought about how they're going to survive when the market going down. And I'm going to tell you exactly how we're going to fix that problem. We have lost coins, which is our main coins, which is going to be the currency. It is going to be the blood for the veins of this ecosystem. The first things we're going to tell you is a partnership with metaverse, the Centerline Club. We thought about it before anyone else even say anything about metaverse. We've been there before any other teams. We had been in close communication with Mana team to get a proper land to build up our own club. We believe the future of blockchain, of internet, is belong to metaverse. And trust me, guys, this is going to happen. Soon we're going to see the number of those virtual reality cities are going to blow up. The number of works we are going to do through the virtual reality is going to grow up. And soon you're going to see the prices there is going to go crazily up. We believe that every token like us should have a shop there, should be able to buy, sell tokens, buy, sell products. We should have the events there, social events. We should have a cinema there. We should have a loyalty club there. We should actually run all of our NGO communication events inside our virtual reality club. We can charge them for the ticket to get into our club. And all those money is going to feed back, is going to flow back into the liquidity of the lost coins. Metaverse, it is where we are going to put a lot of focus on it. and you're going to hear much more good news about our the Centerline Club very, very soon. At the moment, our development teams, are just planning the buildings, are just planning what features we're going to offer, and soon we are going to move to the phase of building those clubs inside the Centerline as the first stage. It's not going to be last stage. We have much more to do. The next one, obviously, is DeFi. You probably heard a lot about LVAP is coming. Yes, Lost Coin DeFi is coming, and it has been pushed back a few times. So, yeah, I know we didn't deliver exactly on time, and I can tell you exactly why this has happened. We tried to actually increase the level of the security. We're going from level 2 security resilience to level 1 security resilience, which is actually same level as the top exchanges in the world, like PancakeSwap, like Binance, like DYDX, like C98. So we improve the security protocols at DeFi because your money is important for us, and we don't want to see anybody put any liquidity into our DeFi and it's hacked by someone or some hackers, and you guys lose money, because at the moment, the security of blockchain is something very, very, very important. I'm pretty sure you are following the news and you see left, right, center that so many of different blockchains, very famous one, Solana, Avalanche, Polygon, they got attacked by hackers, and a huge amount of money has been stolen. Lots of tokens have been stolen and never retrieved. And this is really concerning. So rather than just rushing it to pushing it out, we decided to increase the security protocols. How this DeFi is going to work? Okay. At the moment, when we're going out, which we are going to go out in a few days, you are going to get few extraordinary options there, which one of them is obviously about the staking loss token. You can take your loss to this DeFi, which is LVAP, and while you're staking your tokens there, you can earn token. Okay, we give you a few different options: single pair, double pair with BNB, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. Obviously, the more you put your tokens there, the more money you're going to get. And that's how it works. Apart from staking, you will be able to put your own liquidity for any tokens, any pairs you want. If you want to put for example, you have some Shiba and you want to put some Shiba against USDT into our DeFi, you can put it there, and every trade has happened over there, you get rewarded for it. So we give you some LP tokens, and based on those LP tokens, you get some profit daily. So you are completely free to put any liquidity pool into our DeFi as you wish. Another option obviously would be you can buy a loss there, and the most importantly, what you can do, excuse me, it is coming back to the reward token of the entire ecosystem, which is, the name is the same name as our DeFi, which is the LVAP token. And the LVAP token is going to play the role, similar role as the bake and cake doing for BNB. So technically, when you actually put your loss for doing the staking, some part of rewards you will get by LVAP. And in designing LVAP, we just go through beyond and under to ensure everybody make the most out of LVAP. Even though the number of tokens has been capped, everybody are going to be rewarded by holding. Every transaction happened, some percentage, I'm not telling you before we just actually going out officially, some percentage is going to be deducted as a tax, and tax going to be distributed between all the holders. So without doing anything, if you buy LVAP token and you keep it in your wallet, the number keep growing, and in a very short amount of time, you can see your LVAP numbers doubled up. So you don't need to do anything. You just buy, sit back, especially people buying during the pre-sale. It's going to get a fantastic opportunity to buy it very cheap. And very soon, the number of their tokens will be tripled, 4 times more, 5 times more. And apart from raising the price, you're raising the number of your tokens and you make a lot of money. This is how you can get benefited from. The next option, which is going to be joined with our DeFi, it's going to be our NFT marketplace. We believe that NFT market is just at the beginning of its growing. So it is just a few years old. And it's just boomed last 6-7 months. So in last 6-7 months, it has grown so fast and showed so much opportunity that most of new tokens which are coming out are focusing on it. They are focusing to bring artists and turning artists into the electronic artists and start selling the art. But there is a big but there. Still, there is not so many platforms for the people to actually selling their art. We have few big ones. There is OpenSea, there is Treasureland, there is few others. Important point you need to remember is there is not much of them working on Binance Smart Chain. So we're starting our NFT marketplace on the Binance Smart Chain, which is very popular, very cheap in terms of minting, transferring. Gas fee, unlike the Ethereum platform, is very cheap and it's very popular. So not only we are going to have our own marketplace that other people can launch their project, can sell their NFT collections and NFT tokens, we are going to launch our own NFT collections too. So far, some of you guys might have received some of our NFTs, old version of our NFTs as the rewards or airdrop. The new version of them will come in. We increase the quality of them significantly. We already have 2 teams working 24/7, close with the artists from entire world to just creating the best NFTs with the highest level of quality to get some attention from the market. And obviously, every transaction happening in the NFT marketplace, we're going to make some money as an exchange, 0.5%, 1%, whatever it is. And that money which is going to be created via this NFT marketplace, apart from selling around NFT money, it's going to flow back into the liquidity of the Lost token and LVAP token. So these are all the points which I mentioned before, that how we are going to feed the money and feed the liquidity into LVAP and Lost coins to keep them sustainable, to ensure even if the market is down, there is period of time, there is not much buyers, we still have some ongoing money going towards these tokens. And even if it's not increasing the price, at least keeping the price and maintaining the price into the acceptable level. The last, but the most important part of our ecosystem, obviously, is our e-learning academy. Okay, this is where actually the core of the project is. Just imagine a YouTube with a lot of educational videos. On top of that, a lot of educational podcasts, a lot of educational essays and articles, which has been provided by the best scientists, best psychologists, best sexologists in the world together as a very big package. And it's going to be even more interesting that we are going to reward people to come into our academy and start learning into our academy with the Lost token and LVAP token. So they are going to get paid to participate in the courses. And when they actually done the courses, we're going to ask them to answer a few questions to ensure there is no bots, there is no people just going there to making money. So after they answer the question, they get an NFT certificate and they get some tokens as the money, and they can take it out. So you're going to ask this way, you are going to just give money to everyone, how you are going to make money. Good question. And the answer is simple. How do you think YouTube making money? How do you think Google making money? When the number of views on your website hits some special levels, 5 million, 10 million, 100 million per day, you are going to make millions of dollars from the advertisement, from the selling part, from so many other things which you can do for the marketing with your platform. And that's our goal. We want to motivate people to come and learn, but we need some sustainable income to share that income between the people who come and learn. So the money and the token we're actually giving to the people, it's going to be supported by the fund from advertising, which people is going to come and advertise their marketing things into our site. So this is how, in the short term, our ecosystem is going to work, and we are going to move further. So this is specifically about the e-learning academy, which we are having 4 main focus about the violence, body shame, sexual abuses, and discrimination. This is our social commitment. Never forget that, guys. This has been proven by science that no matter how much the financial aspect of any project is good and is sweet, nothing is more motivating for humankind than having their social commitments and do something which they feel good about what they do. And this is why we're doing this. It is about the making our work a better place to live. Obviously, this is going to bring a lot of money for our holders too. Again, this is a little bit description about the LVAP and how it has been designed to benefit the greatest depths of liquidity. Stage 1 of them is a very simplified version. Obviously, in this stage 2, we are going to introduce more tools and we are going to bring bigger financial supports. What does that mean? It means at the moment, our liquidity pool is going to be filled by our users. But in the stage 2, now we are talking to some financial corporations to come and fill up our liquidities by themselves, and they can obviously take in some money and we are going to take some shares. But it's going to take some time because we have to pass some audits to ensure about the safety, and that was the matter I mentioned before. And as soon as we pass those audits, we can actually sign contracts with the huge corporates who they are interested to be into crypto market, and they can come put millions of dollars into the liquidity of us, build up the liquidity for BTC, ETH, and whatever, and you can trade every tokens you want there. But at the moment, there is limitation for the actual trades based on the users providing the liquidity. So that's about the DeFi stage 1 and stage 2. Let's move forward. Again, we're talking about the Decentraland metaverse. Just there is no end to imagination about the metaverse. We've been the first one to be there, and we are going to stay there. We are going to make a mark in Decentraland, and soon we are going to talk to so many other partners. We believe we should have our own metaverse. We believe we should have our own shops and shopping centers, exchanges, and so many others inside the metaverse world if we are going to secure our future. And our team right now are working hard to ensure we bring these promises to the reality. Again, it is about our NFT marketplace and our NFT collections. What is going to happen with our NFT inside our in NFT collections inside our NFT marketplaces. Right now, we are actually asking our artists to align their art with the core and fundamental of our project. So the art is going to be supportive of the victims of sex abuses. They are going to raise some awareness within the art about the violence. They are going to support the core and fundamental of our project. So if we move forward, we are going to talk about future works. These future works, they are actually has been planned for the next 5 to 10 years for the lost coins. The most important thing is we believe tokens like us needs to turn to be the coin. We need our own network. We need our own blockchain. To be there, we need to actually getting to this certain point that we start investing on having a new blockchain, which is faster, which is easier to use, which is more efficient, and which is much cheaper in terms of gas fee. There is a competition out there between the different coins, Solana, Avalanche, Luna, FTM. All of those different platforms, they are competing against each other to build a more efficient, cheaper, and faster platform for blockchain. Web3 is the new part of the world. It is the new things which actually got to take the game to the next level. And if we want to be on top of the game, we have to be part of it. And we are right now collaborating with so many big other tokens. We've been in touch with the Algo team, we've been in touch with the Sand team, we've been in touch with Mana team. We are using the experience of them. Also, we supply some consultation for them in regards to community engagement. So this is mutual benefit, and we are going to use the experience to build up something even better. So this is one of the future works which we are considering right now. One of the most important parts of our work, which we are going to definitely invest a lot of time and money in it, is about our gaming platforms. The gaming total market value, it is interesting to know. Right now, the gaming total market value is even bigger than entire crypto value. So if you are smart enough, you know that where you have to invest your money. And we are going to start gaming platform. Right now, we have one team which is specifically working on narrative of a game. Okay, this is going to take 6 months to 1 year until we get the narrative of our game fully written. And after that, for the next phase, within 2 to 3 years' time, we are going to release our first gaming platform based on the metaverse. So it's going to be virtual reality game, which we are investing on it right now. We are far from having the final product, 2 years, 3 years, but I'm assuring you, even 2 years and 3 years is not much. When you take a look at how fast stuff growing up, just get back to 3 years ago. You wish you would have bought Bitcoin 3 years ago. You wish you would have bought so many other stuff. You would have invested on so many other stuff. And today we are investing in the right place. So we ensure that after 3 years' time, we're not going to come back and regret the point that we missed the opportunity. So gaming platform is another part of our ecosystem, which is going to be joined to the bigger ecosystem right now. Next part, which we're going to invest on it, obviously, in regards to the money, it's the SEX, or actually centralized exchange. You probably know many of the big ones, Binance, FTX, and so many bigger exchanges. As a token, as a team who is working, we believe having an exchange, it's give you a lot of power into the market, and we need to gain that power. So many of you might heard that right now in United Arab Emirates, they are going to build up crypto city. Actually, they use the Abu Dhabi as the heart of the cryptocurrency. Now, the biggest exchanges in the world are going there. Binance is going to build up the biggest office they have in Abu Dhabi. So they're going to turn very small country, but with a very, smart people on top, which they believe in cryptocurrency, to turn that country to one of the biggest supporter of the cryptocurrency. And that United Arab Emirates is a tax-free country in regards to cryptocurrency. So we are already start obtaining some work certificate, some sort of business submission in UAE. So for the future moves, that hopefully by the time we get there, we can start to having our centralized exchanges, which can we go and compete against, not the top ones, at least middle range exchanges for the start, and then we can challenge the bigger one. And this is another part of our future project. Excuse me. Next part is obviously about the legal compliance and security. As I mentioned to you guys, the security these days is super important. We are very new into the market. We can't actually have the luxury of seeing any part of our platform get hacked or just have some legal problem, because we are working in a very uncertain world. Technology is just evolving every day, and trust me, the hackers and the people working in the dark web, they are always one step ahead of us. So if we don't use the highest and latest security measure, we actually not only putting ourselves at risk, but putting your money, your investment at risk. We are not willing to see it's going to happen. So legal and compliance is one of the most important parts which we are considering. We have 2 teams right now working to ensure about the security of the entire ecosystem. We're getting back to the very important part of every project, and that's social media strategy and marketing. I'm really glad to announce that 2 days ago, we signed a new contract with a new marketing team. So we decided that we need a better marketing. So we know it was some area in our previous marketing teams wasn't 100% there. They couldn't satisfy the taste of our holders and the taste of our funders and the main investors. So we decided to invest more on the marketing and ensure that investment is going to pay back to us in a long term rather than short term. So the new team, they having few Canadian-based peoples, and their main office is over there, but they have peoples all across the globe. They're going to start their work from the day 1 of the new year. Obviously, it takes them a few weeks until they get a grasp of everything we've done, the fundamental of the project, and they understand where we are going to go. They start working on storytelling, telling the story of the lost. They're going to approach more than 1,000 different NGOs for collaboration and cooperation. We are going to engage more influencers to actually introduce lost to the bigger world. Many of you guys said, why last few weeks? The project team being so quiet, why not much happening? And I understand so many people are very easily get worried. Don't worry, guys. We just took the advice from our new marketing team to be working in the quiet and wait a little bit until the new marketing team take control of everything. They can reproduce all the works which needed to be done in regards to doing a proper marketing. And soon we are going to hit the market so hard. We invested a lot of money into this marketing campaign, which is coming through very soon. And we are very, very, very positive about the outcome of what they are going to do. because they work with at least 5 major other tokens, and what they have been delivered was outstanding. They've done a fantastic work with so many other coins. Because of confidentiality, I can't name them, but so many of the famous tokens and coins, they worked with their team, and they actually delivered a very, very good job. So we are very positive about the future of our marketing, and we believe that is going to bring much more attention towards our ecosystem and our coins. All right, let's get back to the part which I'm pretty sure many of you guys are going to ask the question. I know many people had some concerns about it, but I prepared this. So many people said, what's happening with the price and why the price going down? So, all right, I understand that this is crypto market price going up, going down, but I actually intentionally put this iceberg photo at the side of the chart of the lost coins. So you're going to see how exactly it looks like. As a matter of fact, they look very, very similar to each other. You can see the 80% of the tokens has been purchased under the current price. So what does that mean? That means 80% of the holders are in profit. It is a very, very good news for those 80% of the holders. But what about the 20% which they bought here? Yes, we understand that they are in loss. So it doesn't mean we are going to stop here. It doesn't mean that's the end of the, our work. But it means they need to be more patient. And the patient is what we discussed at the beginning. We are going to be doing very, very great work. You just need to take a look at how crypto market works. It's not like we're going up, up, up and never coming down. There is no chart with retracement, and there is no chart with going down always. So there is always both up and down, okay? The most important thing is the general movement is supposed to be towards the higher price rather than the lower price. Yes, when the Bitcoins get to the 69, we hit 6.5 cents. Price right now is 1.2, 1.3 cents. That's a drop. We understand that, but you have to consider that. Who sold there? Actually, the people who bought very, very cheap at the beginning, they sold. So they made some money, and the price comes down. And that's how market works. As soon as the BTC shows some strength and start going up again, we are going up again with it too. Plus, we have so much more new events coming up. We have so much more works coming up. And don't forget, guys, there is no single project without a proper fundamental who can actually sustainably go up. Yes, we have seen so many coins here or there going up, coming down. They show some spikes. But sustainable growth, organic growth, it's happened based on the fundamental of the product. It's happened based on what you offer to the community, what problem you solve. And as soon as you get to the point that you start solving more problems, you see you bring more people on board. And when more people is coming on board, obviously you are going to make more impact into the market, and you are going to win more people's heart to come and invest on your token, and you're going to see the price start rising. So I need to, if you really feel bad about the price, I really need to remind you, still 80% of the people who bought these tokens are in a very good profit. If you are within that 20% which you're on loss, I'm so sorry for you, but you need to remember the market's going up, the market going down, and it's not going to stay there. And I promise you, with the good work that our team right now doing, soon we're going to see a very, very good rally going up again. To just actually tell you a very interesting story, about the price and make you very confident about where we are and why I'm so confident about the price and why you should let the price go and even don't think about it for the next 6 months, 1 year, or something like that. I just prepared this chart for you. Yes, this chart is the Shiba chart. Many of you guys are familiar with the Shiba token. Many of you know that Shiba was actually come out from nothing and how hugely moved up. But have you ever go take a look at the history of Shiba? I bet no. I bet many of you never take a look at the history of Shiba. Can you see this bit here, right here at this corner? You can see where I put that flash on the left side of the picture. For 8 months, the Shiba token was in the market and was actually looked like a dead token. Not much of a movement at all. Okay. As a matter of fact, it was just go up a little bit, go down a little bit. And you can see during this 8 months, it had very small spikes. And this is where I want to show you on the right photo how similar this looks like to where Lost Coin looks today. Yes, it was a spikes up, then it comes down, and see what happened after that and how the chart started growing up. If someone about when the price was 703 and sold it at 702 with 50% loss, how are they going to feel to see the Shiba has done X 10,000 after that in less than a year? So don't be the peepers who sold their Shiba at 703. So be smart about it and think about it. Where we are today is right where Shiba was at the 8 months at the beginning. And if you want to see a result, if you really want to see Shiba at $1, if you really believe Shiba can be $1, you can see Lost Coins at $100. So be patient, work with us, try to be our ambassador, take our messages, the good work, the good cause we're fighting for to the other peoples. If you don't help us, we can't do much. We rely on you guys, you rely on us. So it's a two-way collaboration which we need to establish. So this was about the comparative between Shiba, and just take a look at it. How exactly the chart looks like a dead small line here. It's have an up and down here, like 70% down after it hit 6011 and then get back to 703, something like 85% drop. I bet so many people sold there because they thought the project is dead. And yeah, I think so many people today who hold off are laughing to those guys because they're driving a Lamborghini today and they are so happy. The last part about what we're doing is about exchange listing. Obviously, we mentioned to you guys on several occasions, we discussed with so many big names, including Binance, KuCoin. We even shared some news about the Huobi. We just shared the even part of the header of the contract with the Huobi, but we decided not to go forward with it for some obvious reason, which was the market situation. Be honest, it was a huge amount of money. What we're talking about over $150,000 for the listing fee and some other fees for liquidity. So much legal obligations. And if the market is not really ready, if the people are in extreme fear, we don't believe we could even get back the money which we are going to invest on those exchanges. Yes, I know it's exciting news for every holder to see the token get listed in much more bigger exchanges. We love to see our tokens, Lost Token and soon LVAP in a bigger exchanges. We definitely, for sure, we assure you that You are going to see our tokens listed in all top exchanges within a time frame, not today, not tomorrow, maybe a year time. All of them going to be there. So uh, we just don't want to rush to a decision which doesn't provide a value for money, because at the end of the day, yes, some part of the money is investors' money, but some part of the money is your money. So you are the investors, you are the main people. So if you would like us to gamble on your money, that's not a good idea to go to the exchanges today. But obviously, for sure, when we actually do a little bit more works on our fundamental, when the markets turn a little bit more bullish and we see some signs of the market return, we definitely are going to get back to the negotiation with some exchanges and soon getting listed into the big major exchanges in the world. And we can actually see some good marketing is happening around that, and we can bring more people into the big family of the lost coins. At the end of the day, I just wanted to thank everyone for your patience, for being supportive, for helping us in the hard days while the price dropped. Yes, in a happy days when price going up, it is easy. Everybody are happy. People seeing their wallet numbers going up. But the most important thing is when we believe something is right, when we do think we are doing the right thing, we just stick to it. We just support the good cause no matter what. And I can assure you, the patient will be paid back, and soon you are going to see the good rewards of being with us in this journey. Thank you, everyone. Do not forget to ask me a question in our channels. Do not forget to just stay in touch with us. We love you all. We hope that soon we can see you all happy again, and we can see everybody are enjoying their participation in this project. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Catch you.